Hey guys, what's going on? 845 Sports Cards out of the Hudson Valley once again coming back at you. This time we're going to give you a little educational video, which I think is important for the collectors, investors, dealers, anybody starting out in this business. It's a little intimidating how we go about selling. So what I did here, I broke down a couple tables. Hopefully it's clearly visible here. I'm going to go through some ideas, maybe give you some insight about how I do it and how things will work best for you. So what we have here, I gave you on the left hand side here a couple different options for selling cards, just generally speaking. Sports cards, trading card games, whatever you have, it's all basically the same. The fee structure is going to be the same regardless. So if you are lucky enough to have local card shows in your area, that's a great way to sell because you could do all cash, face to face, you can negotiate, you can trade. A lot of flexibility. You don't need to pack and ship anything. You hand stuff over. There's no fees other than the upfront cost of the table. If you have a large amount of cards, access to a show, you can get a table for $30, $40, $50. You could probably do the best that way because, again, there's very little fees outside of the upfront cost. Facebook groups, especially if you use PayPal, friends and family, not goods and services, which would be a violation. Take that for what it's worth. If you do Facebook groups, Instagram, X, TikTok, people sell a lot of different ways through social media. Everything's free up front. Packing and shipping, that's on you. You can charge your buyers a shipping and handling fee, or you can eat it, which is foolish. You should definitely charge them some variety of shipping unless it's a big sale and you have a huge profit margin. But it's going to vary based on how you do it. You know, how careful are you? Do you put your cards in penny sleeves and cardboard backers, or do you put them in magnetic holders? I was going to say screw downs. We don't do that anymore. How sturdy are you packing? How carefully are you packing? That's going to increase your costs, but get better results. And then if you're using PayPal goods and services, you're paying a fee. Friends and family, there is no fee, but you're not supposed to do that. Anyway, moving along, COMC, check out my collection, check out my cards. Great website. They will take your cards in, scan them, categorize them, list them, and you set the price. They do charge you a fee for intake. 50 cents will be for 16-week processing, which is 4 months, or $1 will get you 2-week turnaround, which is really great. Not super useful for low-value cards, but if you have a high-value card you want to get on the market fast, it's definitely 2-week turnaround is really nice. Packing and shipping, you ship your cards once. You send them a 200 count box of cards, pay one fee out to Redmond, Washington, and that's it. Then they intake the cards, 50 cents a piece, $1 a piece, and you're good to go. On the back end, you do pay a fee when you cash out. If you want cash, they charge you 5% per sale of every card. So it's 50 cents up front, and they charge you 5 cents per sale. And on the back end, they'll charge you 10% cash out value. So if you sell thousands of cards, you want to cash out $1,000, they'll take 10% off the top and send you back $900. It's not great. The best thing I would recommend would be to keep the money in the COMC ecosystem and either get credit at blowout cards, buy wax, or buy other cards within the COMC ecosystem to flip and sell or PC. Then you're not paying that 10% up front. eBay fixed price is an option, and the eBay auction is an option. Should be free. First $250 a month is free. After that, it varies. Packing and shipping, again, is on you. I'd recommend charge your buyers. Include the cost of the processing, the handling, the supplies in your cost. Otherwise, you're going to get beat. You're going to get eaten up by fees. But it's going to vary. It's on you. You will find best practices how to ship bubble mailers and the plain white envelope system. It gets a little tricky, but it can be done as long as you end up charging your buyers. Pass the charges onto them, cost onto them. Final seller fees is where you get destroyed on eBay. 13.25% for trading cards, plus 40-cent flat fee. You get murdered in fees on eBay. You could also bold your listings, extra pictures. It's crazy. You get crushed on fees. That's why most people move away from this. There are consignment companies like Greg Morris Cards. Fantastic. The only fee up front is you got to ship it to them. You got to get it to their office. When they intake it, the final fee is 14%. If it's graded, value less than 100. And if it's a raw card, 25%. Huge fee, but there's some value in it. You're not shipping, you're not packing, you're not dealing with returns. There's some value in that. And then there's the larger auction houses, not the consignment houses, the larger auction houses, the REAs, the Goldens, the Love of the Games, collector investor auctions. Wonderful service. Your best bet is higher value cards. They don't charge you anything up front. You just have to get them the card. I know I've sold through Robert Edwards, and I literally drove to the office and handed them the cards. So all I did was pay gas and tolls. And the finer seller fees are paid by the buyer. So that's really nice. They charge the hammer price comes down, and they charge 20% to the buyer, and the seller doesn't have to pay anything. It's actually really nice. So we're going to go through here a couple quick examples. Don't want to get too verbose here, but I want to make sure that we have a pretty good idea of what we're going to do. So let's say here we have a Juan Gonzalez 1991 Upper Deck raw. Say it's worth about 50 cents. So come over here. Raw card. If you were to set up at a card show, you put this in a 50-cent bin, you sold it for 50 cents, you get 50 cents. Awesome. Facebook groups, any other social media, you get what you get. No fees unless you're paying PayPal fees. So you're getting true value for that 50-cent card. You're getting 50 cents. COMC, you would lose money because you have to ship it to them. 50 cents to intake, and then you got to ship it, and there's the cash out fee. You'd actually lose money if you try to sell this card. There's a threshold for COMC. They say about $2. I'd say it's about $1, but a card is not 50. If a card's worth 50 cents, don't even bother sending it in because you're going to lose money. eBay fixed price, you can't do it. You can't set an eBay fixed price item for less than $1, 99 cents actually. So if you have a card worth 50 cents, COMC is not an option, and eBay fixed price is not an option either. You could do an auction. They'll charge you a final value fee. You'll profit about 3 cents. If you sell the card for 50 cents, after all the fees are said and done, you'll get about 3 cents. So unless you're scamming somebody and really banging them out on the shipping, charging $10 for shipping, way more than it actually cost you, you're just about breaking even. It's a waste of your time. Making 3 cents on the auction. If you were to send it to a consignment company, you would net 38 cents off a 50-cent sale, but because you got to ship it, you're losing money again. You're in the red. Auction houses aren't going to bother. So pretty much your only option with a 50-cent card would be to sell it face-to-face over Facebook, or what you could do otherwise would be to bundle it, group it, put it in a lot. Put in Texas Rangers team set 1991 Upper Deck, or Hall of Fame lot, Juan Gonzalez lot. Your 50-cent cards, not many options. Let's move on to a $1 card. Same set, Chipper Jones. A little more valuable card out of the set. Raw face-to-face, $1 card, get you $1. Facebook group, any social media, get it for $1, minus your PayPal fees. Do your own due diligence on that. COMC, same thing. You're losing money here because 50 cents to $1 to intake, plus you got to ship it, plus you got to get the percentage on the back end. COMC you should not send any dollar cards to COMC. It's just not worth your time. eBay fixed price, if you sold a $1 auction, you would get back 43 cents if you can square away your shipping. Not terrible. Still better to put this into a lot, a group of Chipper Jones cards, or a group of rookie cards. Because if you're going to the post office for 43 cents and you still got to buy envelopes and penny sleeves and top loaders, it's not really worth your time for 43 cents per item. Auction and the fee is about the same, and the fixed price is about the same here. A Greg Morris card or a consignment fee, you'll get true value. I shouldn't say that. You'll get about half, a little more than you would get for the auction. You get about 50 cents, but you got to ship it to them. So again, not really worth it. And the large auction house, again, wouldn't consider it. So $1 card, if you can do it face-to-face or social media, that's the best move. You can square away your seller fees, your PayPal fees. And eBay starts to become an option. as you get more and more valuable, from 1 to 2 to 5, it becomes more about, is it worth your time? Because you could actually make some money, not true value, not a dollar for a dollar, but 43% of the value back. It's something. Your better bet would be to either get it graded and sell it for a higher value if it's a candidate, or put it into a lot. But now what happens when you get into a $50 raw card? A card that's got some significant value. Say it's $50 raw. The Jordan short print from the 91 tops. Say it's worth $50. Card show, even money. Facebook group, you're paying the fees, the PayPal fees. You find your way around that if you want. That's on you. COMC now becomes part of the equation. If you sold a $50 raw card for $50 on COMC, you would get $46.50 net from that sale. And upon cash out, you would receive $41.85 of cash. So a $50 sale would net you a little under $42 on the back end through COMC. It's an option. There's no headaches. There's no packing, no shipping, no returns, no marketing. They do all that work for you. It's really nice. It's a viable option. This card right here might send to COMC with an order. There is a minimum. I think it's $10 per shipment. So at the 50-cent fee rate, you have to send at least 20 cards. So you got to get a big order together. Not too big. 50, 100 cards is a good way to go about it, because you do have to pay up front. This one I'll probably go either COMC or eBay. And you see here, COMC, I would net about 42. eBay fixed price, if it's $50 sale, I would net a little under $44, because I have to pay all those fees, those 13% fees. This is assuming the shipping, I don't lose money on shipping. So the fixed price in the auction is about the same. $50 sale, get 44, not terrible. It's a good option. This is probably what I would do with this card. Greg Morris, a Consignment Company, is going to charge you a fee. You would yield $37.50 on this card from a $50 sale. Plus, you got to get it to them. So again, it's not a great option for a single card. If you had an inheritance, you come across an estate sale, you had 1,000 cards, yeah, by all means, just send them a box, let them do all the work for you. But if you're a small-time guy, don't bother with this for smaller lots. A large auction house, they might take a $50 card, maybe, depending on what it is. And you would get true value for that once you get it to them. So a large auction house should become an option once you get into these higher values. $50 are probably right around what I would say the minimum where I would bother with them. Now we have that's a Gem Mint 10 of the 89 rather. Nolan Ryan. Let's set this down a little lower so you can see a little better. There we go. That's better. So now we're in the $100 graded section. If it's a $100 sale at a card show, $100 bill, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Facebook group, it's your PayPal fees. If you could avoid those, it's the same thing as face-to-face. Instagram, TikTok, wherever you kids use these days. COMC is interesting now because COMC, you would get $94 back for the sale at $100. And when you cash out, more fees, get back by $85 cash. So face-to-face, 100, get you 100. The groups, little fee for processing for the payment. COMC, bang you out. Not a good option for a single card, but again, if you have 1,000 cards and you just want to move them, it's an option. eBay, again, not terrible. $87 for a $100 sale. You got to do the work, but it's not bad. Probably what I would recommend for a single $100 card. eBay is probably the best, and that's your expectation. It's about a 13% fee, assuming shipping is all things being equal. Consignment, like a Greg Morris, they'll do it, and you'll yield about the same as you would at the end of the day for the eBay. So either you do the legwork, or you send it to Greg Morris and they do the legwork. You would literally end up at about the same. So this is where it becomes break even. Which do you prefer? Do you want to do the work? You want to send it to them at $100 graded? I'd send it to them, honestly. They do have a minimum. You have to send, I think, I don't know. You have to look them up. You can't send them one card. You have to send them a big lot. Maybe something like, I want to say it's like $3,000 to $5,000 total value in the lot, but don't quote me on that. Look them up. But if you're in that neighborhood, it's really a no-brainer. The consignment companies are the best bet. Hoodies, Greg Morris cards. There's a few of them. Auction houses, same thing. If Robert Edwards takes it, love of the game, golden, pristine, they take it. It's a $100 sale. You're getting the 100. The buyer pays the 20% vig. Again, if it's valuable, that's a great option. You just have to wait for them to run their spring auction, their fall auction, their winter extravaganza. Let it process, get the payments, cut you the check. You're looking at a couple months if you drop it off at an auction house. But if you're in no rush, you just want the best value, auction houses are the best value for larger value cards, short of face-to-face sales. And one final card we'll talk about here, something with significant value. Say a $1,000 card. Don Mattingly 84 tops in the 10, about $1,000. If you can sell it face-to-face, obviously, whatever you sell it for is what you're getting. $100, $100,000, I should say. If you're on Facebook Marketplace, you're just dealing with seller fees. Again, that's on you. That's your conscience. Can you see that here? I'm not sure I can see that. There we go. That's better. COMC, you can send it to them. You'll yield about $850 on the back end after the cash out fees. eBay fixed price, $867, more than COMC. So eBay is the move for a single $1,000 graded card if you can't do it face to face. The problem with this is, do you have the audience? Do you have a large group you can sell to? Supply and demand. If you have people that want to buy this 84 Topps Mattingly in the 10, either set up at a card show, not always an option, or go to a Facebook group. You're going to get best value for that. But you don't have the protections of the eBays. That's why you pay the PayPal fees. So eBay, $860, real good move if you can't do it face-to-face safely. A consignment company, they will give you $950 off a $1,000 sale, minus the shipping to get it to them. Not bad. And in fact, way more than eBay. Huge, $867 to $950. A consignment company crushes eBay once you get into these higher value cards. The problem with the GMC, Greg Morris, is the minimum shipment. So be mindful of that. Check the site. Look at the hoodies. I know Probstein, they do consignments. There's a handful of others. They'll charge you a flat fee, and you don't have to do any of the work other than get them the card, and you will get more value. At a large auction house, same thing. Give them a $1,000 card. It goes in their auction catalog. 6 months from now, you get a check for $1,000. No brainer. So in summation, lower value cards, group them, put them in lots. It's kind of tough to move lower value cards. Anything lower than 50 cents is, you got to put in a lot. Nobody's going to buy. It's not worth it to sell 25-cent cards unless you're in person. As you get more and more valuable, $1 starts to become possible. I would still recommend bundling cards in this area, unless you could do it face-to-face or over social media. When you start getting higher value, $50, $100, eBay is an option. COMC becomes an option. Then it becomes, where is the break even? At a $50 raw card, you get more money selling on eBay than you would at COMC, and more money than a consignment company. But as you jump up to eBay, or $100 on eBay, eBay is better than COMC, but a consignment company is better than eBay. And that only becomes magnified as the card gets more and more valuable. COMC, on a $1,000 sale, COMC gives you $850, eBay gives you $867, a consignment gives you $950, auction house gives you $1,000. So you get more access to better and better deals the more valuable your cards are. So hopefully this was a good insight. If you have any questions about COMC, about eBay, about selling in general, about the consignment companies, about the auction houses, I've got experience with most of them. I've had some really, really good experiences buying and selling on the larger auction houses. I've got a lot of experience selling on eBay. I've got a lot of experience on COMC, 845 Sports Cards, Hudson Valley, New York. I'm here for you guys. Leave a comment, subscribe, drop a like. Let me know what you guys do. Let me know your experience. And if you have some other ideas for selling your valuable sports cards. Easy, Donnie. Take it easy, guys.